Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. All right, today's show is all about how to make the most out of 2023 and this year ahead. So joining the panel, why not start off the year on this foot? Happiness researcher Jillian Mandich is here. Great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, you can't go wrong starting 2023 with a happiness researcher.
No,
in your life.
this is
You know what I'm
good.
saying? All right, so you at home, we want to make sure that you are invited to join this conversation. That has not changed with this new year. So join us online and have your say on all of these topics.
Let's get started. New year, new resolution, right? Well, maybe not. According to a study by Abacus Data, last year, only 25% of Canadians set a resolution, with the most popular goals being to improve health and wellness or overcome a bad habit. So, Jillian, what do you make of New Year's resolutions? Are they powerful or powerless, pointless?
It's one of those things where when you paint something with a huge brush, you kind of miss some of the nuance.
Yeah.
So, when I go into the research and I look at it, when we say resolutions, if we unpack that a little bit, we can learn more. So there's actually a big study that just came out of Sweden in 2020. And instead of looking specifically at resolutions, they looked at different types. So when you make an action-oriented resolution, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to start a meditation practice, whatever, that's more effective than an avoidance one. I want to quit smoking, I want to reduce. So even something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's literally what I have in my notes.
Interesting. I'm going to eat more carbs instead of I'm to eat less carbs.
You're more likely to stick to that. There you go.
I know that. I like the idea. I think we've talked about this before, that there are certain times of the year where it feels more like you have the capability to stick to something. And New Year's is one of those. I feel like September is another one. Having said that, I did one of those things that I quit smoking years ago, and I didn't pick like a time of year. I think a lot of people delay stopping habits to a certain period of time. And I actually don't think that, for me, it was just like, I don't know, it was like an April day and I was like, I'm done with this. And so it moved forward from there.
You didn't plan that in advance.
I didn't. I really didn't. There was just sort of a day. I did some hypnotherapy. I read a couple books, put on a patch, and then all of a sudden one day I was like, I think I gotta just.
And you're like an outlier in terms of research.
I was surprised that just 25% of Canadians make the resolutions.
Last year.
Last
Do you
year.
think that was pandemic?
Maybe
something?
it was. Maybe it was. I enjoy. Well, first of all, I love getting a new day planner because it feels like a fresh start.
But do you always abandon it by March?
No, my day planner, I carry it around all the time. I
do
love
too.
my day.
Me too.
I
Yeah, I'm
love
with
it so
you.
much.
I'm
And
with
people
you.
say, well, check your phone to see if you're busy. I'm like, I don't use the phone. I have to physically write everything down. And there's nothing better than having a list. And then you
Checking
can,
it off.
feels so good. Oh my God, doesn't it feel
So good.
Just even making the list,
Yeah.
the checking off feels, it's like, it's
it's
good. I was
something.
going to use a word that I'm not allowed to say. So I'm glad I caught myself. Happy 2023!
I think it sounds like what we're all agree on is that goal setting is a good thing. I think it's dangerous to be like, this is the date. I think you probably will self-sabotage. I would self-sabotage because then it's like this ticking time bomb of a date. And so you don't want,
Do you guys tell anyone though what you?
Oh, that's a good point.
Because see, I don't tell anyone because then I'm off the hook.
but that's why they say you should tell people.
Oh my God, okay, I am going to go to the dentist. I am going to go to the dentist.
We're gonna hold you accountable for this.
That's why you guys are going to hold me.
gonna
That's
hold you
on my list of resolutions.
Okay.
I know Lainey is so disturbed.
Just freaking out.
Okay, that's fine. Go to the dentist.
Goal setting is good, and I think like over the pandemic, I think why I'm not surprised by the stat that only 25% of people made resolutions, because the pandemic was really, really, really hard on people. And I think that for me, which I think I've read a lot of people, went through this sort of experience of like there was a real low, and then we slowly climbed out of it, and then we got hit with another lockdown, and we were back in the trenches. And in the middle of that, I did make a massive lifestyle change. I drastically cut back on my alcohol. I did go on a program to get my digestive system in order. I didn't have a date to start, but I did have an end date. I wanted it to be done by my birthday. And so I back-timed it, and then, which it didn't work out to be January, but if it was, I would have started. It was gonna take me 3 months in my mind.
Yeah.
So I did it like March or so. So those goal-setting things for me worked.
That's a good hot tip right there.
What's that?
I like that, coming up with the end date.
Yeah, I wanted the end date.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, I'm sorry to New Year's Scrooge everybody, but I feel like if you are, I don't know, the last week of December setting a resolution for what you're gonna do in January, it's not very organized.
Mine's January 1st. I do it January 1st.
Think about if you're a business, and if you were a business and you were setting, so your business, right, in 2022, in December of 2022, you as a business are setting your goals for 2023, your business is going to fail. I just don't think it's very, so I do a lot of goal setting, but my goal setting happens months ahead. Like I'll say in 2022 that in 2024, I need this to be in place.
2 years away?
Whatever, if they're big dreams, like business dreams.
Yeah.
And then there are smaller goals, whatever. There are smaller goals, but I find that January 1st pressure is you're already behind the 8 ball. Sorry to sound like a bummer, but like if that's you,
Go for February the 1st. February the 1st.
Okay.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.